Hello dear traders, you're watching the weekly financial review on InstaTV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Last Friday, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite reached all-time highs due to a rally in Netflix shares. The broader market also climbed after the top Federal Reserve official described the US economy as strong. Investors shook off renewed legal worries surrounding Trump. The S&P 500 index rose to 2,874.69, led by gains in materials and tech. Friday was marked by the first record close of the S&P 500 since January 26. For the week, the benchmark increased by 0.9%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped to 25,790.35 as Dow DuPont outperformed. The Dow rose 0.5% last week. The tech-heavy Nasdaq advanced to 7,945.98. Its weekly gain was recorded at 1.7%. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell delivered a speech at the Jackson Hole Symposium in Wyoming, where central bankers met to discuss the future monetary policy. Strategists said the market's biggest takeaway from the speech was that the Fed's head doesn't see inflation rising meaningfully above 2%, so a gradual pace of rate hikes is still appropriate. Sentiment was also boosted by strong earnings and solid economic data being reported earlier last week. In economic news, weekly jobless claims fell to 210,000, near levels not seen since 1969. Core durable goods orders rose by 1.4% in July, more than expected. Trade fears were also in focus. The US and China concluded talks last week with no major breakthrough. Earlier in the week, tariffs against US and Chinese goods came into effect. The strong results from retailers led the major indices to slight weekly gains. Retailers Lowe's and Target reported better than expected earnings, with their shares up by 9% and by 5.1% respectively. Target of CEO Brian Cornell noted, "We're currently benefiting from a very strong consumer environment, perhaps the strongest I've seen in my career." End of quote. President Donald Trump included his comments in a tweet, calling it a big statement from a top executive. Netflix shares rose in price by 5.8% on Friday after analysts at SunTrust upgraded the stock, saying it will keep going higher because of its success overseas. The stock had a strong week, gaining more than 10% over 5 trading sessions. And this was the weekly review of financial markets prepared for you by InstaTV team. Thanks for watching and see you back soon. Bye.